Hi. Our next topic in personal development is the theories of personality development. So let's see what are the theories we have to study or we have to discuss in personality development. Personality development has been a major topic of interest for some of the most prominent thinkers in psychology. Our personality makes us unique, but how does personality develop? How exactly do we become who we are today? So, in orders to answer the question, many prominent theorists develop theories to describe various steps and stages that occur on the road of personality development. So let's see in this lecture that what are these theories are and who have put forward these theories. Uh, so let's discuss the theories. Those focus on various aspects of personality development, including cognitive development, social development, and moral development. So these are the three different aspects of theories. These are the three different aspects upon which these theories are built. Okay, before discussing the cognitive development theory, let's see what cognitive development is. It refers to how a person perceives, thinks, and gain understanding of his or her world through interaction of genetic and learned factor. Among these, among the areas of cognitive developments are information processing, intelligence, reasoning, language development, and memory. Piaget's stages of cognitive development. So Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development remains one of the most frequently cited in psychology despite being subject to considerable criticism. So this is the most famous or frequently cited uh, theory in the personal development regarding cognitive development. So cognitive development means how children think, explore and figure things out. It is the development of knowledge, skills, problem solving and disposition which help children to think about and understand the world around them. Like I already explained in the previous slide, this definition of cognitive development. So basically it is the development of you and this word. Brain development is also part of cognitive development. While many aspects of this theory have not stood the test of time, the central idea remains important today that children think differently from the adult. Piaget's stages of cognitive development is like birth to 2 years and then 2 to 7 years and then 7 to 11 years and then 12 to up. So in the birth to 2 years, our sensory motor stage, the second one is pre-operational stage and then is concrete operational stage and the last one is formal operational stage. So let's see what are these stages are and what is happening in these stages to the person. So semi-sensory motor is like I already explained, 0 to 2 years, in which is a coordination of senses with motor responses, sensory curiosity about the world, language used for demand and cataloging, and object permanence is developed. So the next stage from 2 to 7 is pre-operational, is symbolic thinking, use of proper syntax and grammar to express concepts. Imagination and institution are strong, but complex abstract thoughts are still difficult. Conservation is developed. So next is like from 7 to 11 is a concrete operational. These are the concepts attached to the concrete situation. Time, space and quality are understood and can be applied but not as independent concept. Then the last one is the formal operational, is about 11-year-old and plus. So theoretical and hypothetical and counterfactual thinking develop. Abstract logic and reasoning, strategy and planning become possible. Concept learned in one context can be applied to another. So these are the different thoughts, thinking we have in the different stages according to the PJ's stages of cognitive development theory. Simply, in birth to 2 years, we understand the world through senses and actions. And from 2 to 7, we understand the world through language and mental images. And from 7 to 12 years, we understand world through logical thinking and categories. And from 12 onward, we understand world through hypothetical thinking and scientific reasoning. So simply, these are the 4 stages which have by Jean Piaget has divided a personality development. The next theory about personal development is Freud's stages of psychosexual development. Freud proposed that personality development in childhood take place during 5 psychosexual stages, which are the oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital stages. During each stage, sexual energy, libido, is expressed in different ways and through different parts of the body. These are called the psychosexual stages because each stage represents the fixation of libido, roughly translated as the sexual drives or instinct on different area of the body. As a person grow physically, certain areas of their body become important as source of potential frustration, erogenous or erogenous zones or pleasure or both. In describing human personality development as psychosexual, Freud meant to convey that what develops is the way in which sexual energy of the ID accommodates and its discharge as we mature biological. So Freud stresses that the first 5 years of the lives are crucial to the formation of adult personality. The ID must be controlled in order to satisfy social demands. This set up a conflict between the frustration wishes and social norms. The ego and the superego develop in order to exercise these control and direct the need of gratification into socially acceptable channels. Gratification centers in different areas of the body at different stages of growth, making the conflict at each stage psychosexual. Let's see Sigmund Freud's psychosexual stages. So there are like 5 stages as we have discussed in the previous slides. The stage number 1 is oral stage, which is from 0 to 1 year old. Children derives pleasure from oral activities including sucking and tasting. They like to put things in their mouth. Then anal stage, 2 to 3 years old, children begins potty training. And then phallic stage is 3 to 6 year old. Boys are most attached to their mother while girls are more attached to their father. Latency stage is 6 year old to puberty. So children spend more time and interact mostly with the same sex peers. Then genital stage is beyond puberty. Individuals are attractive to opposite sex peers. So next is that Freud developed a structure model of personality, and Freud concept of ID, ego and superego has gained prominence in popular culture despite a lack of support and considerable skepticism from many researchers. According to the Freud, 3 elements of personality known as the ID, the ego and the superego work together to create complex human behavior. And the ID, what is ID? ID is the instinctual component of personality that is present at the time of our birth and is the source of bodily needs and wants, emotional impulses and desires, especially aggression, and libido means sex drive. Structural model of personality, let's see from this table that how, which we have already explained in the previous slides. This again is oral is from 0 to 1, mouth, tongue, lips. The focus of libido is mouth, tongue or lips. Major development is wearing off of breastfeeding or formula and smoke. And adult fixation examples are smoking and overeating. So if you are like this, your fixation will be that you will be going smoke or overeat. Then anus mean toilet training, and if is maybe your 2 things will become either you are becoming very orderliness, being very cleanliness, or other is the messiness. Then phallic is like genitals, resolving Oedipus, and Electra complex, that is like deviancy and sexual dysfunction. So then latency is the no, is focuses on the non-developing defense mechanism, and this fixation is none. Then genital 12 plus is reaching full sexual maturity. If all stages were successfully completed, then the person should be sexually mature and mentally healthy. The next theory is the Erikson's stages of psychosocial development. Erik Erikson's 8 stages theory of human development is one of the best known theories in the psychology. While the theory builds on Freud's stages of psychosexual development, Erikson chooses to focus on how social relationships impact personality development. The theory also extends beyond childhood to look at development across the entire lifespan. Okay, we can see Erikson stages of psychosocial development in this table. It is like approximate age, then psychosocial crisis or task, and then which you developed. So infant till 18 months, trust or mistrust versus, so you will get the hope is the virtue of, if you are right personality development, you will get the hope. Then 18 months to 2 years, I'm sorry, 3 years, then autonomy versus shame or doubt. So it will be increasing your willpower if you are positively developed. 3 to 5 years, initiative versus guilt. So you will get, either you will be taking the initiative or feeling the guilt. So the purpose, you will get, the positive thing is that your life will be purposeful. Then 5 to 13, industry or versus inferiority. So you will be like industrious or inferior things, crisis or task. Then you will might come out after with a competency. Then 13 to 21 years, identity versus confusion. So you will get the fidelity. So fidelity mean loyalty. So then intimacy versus isolation. So you will be must be lovable person. Then from 40 to 65, generativity versus stagnation. So you will start taking care. So then from 60 and 65 and older, then you got integrity or despair versus despair. So you will get the wisdom. So at different stages you will develop the different virtues, and you have to different things to have either one way or another way. So this way you will develop your personality. Next is the Kohlberg stages of moral development. So the Kohlberg has suggested or put forward the theory of personality development, which is called moral development. So Lawrence Kohlberg developed a theory of personality development that focus on the growth of moral thoughts. So building on the two-stage process proposed by Piaget and Kohlberg expanded the theory to include 6 different stages. While the theory has been criticized for a number of different reasons, including that possibility it does not accommodate different genders and cultures equally, Kohlberg theory remains the important in our understanding of how personality develops. So let's see, like we have seen in the other theories. So this is the table for Kohlberg moral development theory stages. So number 1 is obedience or punishment. It is the age range is infancy. So there is no difference between doing the right thing or avoiding the punishment. So we have no sense that we will do right thing and avoid the do not right things and avoid the punishment. Then self-interest is the preschool. Interest shift to reward rather than punishment. Effort is made to secure the greatest benefit for oneself. Then conformity and interpersonal accord, school age, the good boy girl level. So we want to become good, so we will just conform with the rules and regulation. Effort is made to secure approval and the maintain friendly relationship with the others. So then authority and social order, school age orientation toward fixed rule. The purpose of the morality is maintaining the social order. Interpersonal record is expanded to include the entire society. Then from school we extend it to the all society. Then social contract, teens when we become teen. So mutual benefits, reciprocity, morally right and legally rights are not always the same. So utilitarianism rules that make life better for everyone. So then universal principles, adulthood morality is based on the principle that transcend mutual benefits. So these are the few of the things which develop our moral development in our personality. So these were some of the major theories about personality development which we have done today. So I hope you understand, and if you have any question, please let me know. Thank you.